All right, let's cut to the chase. How safe is Anacortes, Washington? Really, if you're thinking about moving here or you're narrowing down your options in Western Washington, safety is probably at the very top of your list. And I don't blame you, because whether you're raising kids, you're retiring, or you just want peace of mind, you deserve to know what daily life is really like wherever you're planning on going. I am Leah Courage, local real estate broker and your trusted expert here in the North Puget Sound, and I have helped hundreds of families move to Anacortes and make it their forever home. And today, I am giving you the real scoop on safety in Anacortes, from crime rankings to school rankings to community culture, walkability, and even more. And stick around, because at the end of this video, you'll have everything that you need to decide if Anacortes is the kind of town where you want to plant roots. So let's get started. Let's begin with the big question. What are the crime stats like in Anacortes? Well, according to Neighborhood Scout and the FBI Uniform Crime Report data, Anacortes consistently ranks significantly below both the national average when it comes to both violent crime and property crime. So here's what that looks like by the numbers. The violent crime rate national average is 4 incidents for every 1,000 people. Anacortes falls far below that. In Anacortes, you have about 0.94 incidents per 1,000 residents, which is far under the national average, as well as Washington State's average of 3.57 violent crime incidents per 1,000 people. The chances of becoming a victim of violent crime in Anacortes is 1 in 1,060, whereas in the rest of Washington State, the average is 1 in 280. So chances are very low that you'll have an issue here. The property crime rate, including things like burglary and theft, is about 23 per 1,000 residents, which is lower than Washington State's average of 29 incidents per 1,000 residents. But both of those are slightly higher, you should know, than the national average of 19 incidents per 1,000 people. But what this says about Anacortes in particular is that this town is definitely one of the safer places in Washington State as a whole to be a property owner. Most of the crime that does happen tends to be minor and non-violent, like petty theft or vehicle break-ins, and it's often concentrated in busier areas of this town, like downtown or near ferry traffic. Serious incidents are rare, and community awareness, as you'll learn, is quite high here. Hey there, if you're finding this video helpful so far, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a local update, neighborhood spotlight, or a market trend. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, so numbers are one thing, but let's talk about the feel of the community here. Anacortes has a strong local police department that's actively involved in the community. You'll often see them at local events, working with schools, and participating in events like National Night Out. There's also a very active community watch presence. Neighborhoods here are super tight-knit, and people genuinely look out for one another. In fact, many neighborhoods in Anacortes have their own block watch programs or active Facebook or Nextdoor groups, and I'm talking about Nextdoor, the app, where people share info about things like lost pets, suspicious activity, and they even lend tools and sometimes even give their neighbors eggs from backyard chickens. It's hyper-local, super friendly, and they're actually really great resources for newcomers to meet people and to get involved in the local community. If you're looking for an extra sense of security, neighborhoods like Skyline, Clear Ridge, Rock Ridge, San Juan Passage, and Cedar Glen tend to have particularly active community involvement and lower reported crime. If you're moving with children, you're probably wondering how the local schools rank and how safe they are. Well, the Anacortes School District is one of the most well-regarded districts in Washington State for its size, and it's a common reason that we get a lot of younger families moving to Fidalgo Island. According to niche.com, the Anacortes School District has an A- rating overall, with particularly strong marks in college prep, teacher quality, and extracurriculars. The district as a whole ranks in the top 10% of districts in Washington State for test scores and academic performance, so you could say our schools are pretty damn good here. But beyond academics, the schools here prioritize safety. Each campus has on-site security protocols, partnerships with the local police, and safety drills in place. There's also a strong emphasis, especially post-COVID, on student well-being, mental health resources, and anti-bullying programs, which really speaks to the kind of community that Anacortes fosters for families. Now let's shift gears and talk about what daily life feels like in this town. Anacortes is very walkable. I should know because I walk a lot and I see a lot of other walkers out there. In fact, many residents walk to school, to downtown, or even to the beach or to the marinas that we have here. Streets are generally very well lit, they're well maintained, and there are plenty of sidewalks in most neighborhoods. Neighborhoods like Old Town, Skyline, and Clear Ridge are especially great for walking, and you'll often see people out walking their dogs or riding bikes, or definitely chatting with their neighbors. Public spaces like Washington Park, Cap Sante Marina, and the Tommy Thompson Trail are all popular for families, for runners, and for retirees alike. There's a visible sense of trust in these public areas also, and you'll regularly see kids playing outside, teenagers biking to the store, and parents really just letting their kids explore within view, which is something that is unfortunately becoming increasingly rare in many cities. As a side note, the Anacortes Community Forest Lands, otherwise known as the ACFL, which have dozens of acres of stunning hiking trails right in the middle of Whidbey Island, are a very safe place to hike. I grew up in Seattle, and these days, especially as a woman, I would not go walking or running alone through a lot of the forested areas in King County that were once much safer. In Anacortes, however, I can go out alone on the trails and feel totally confident and safe any time of the day, and that is a hugely important element for my life here, as I love being in the outdoors, as do many people that are drawn to this area. So you can know that the forest lands here are safe, beautiful, and an excellent resource for getting into nature without having to drive long distances. Now let's talk about emergencies. In case of an emergency, it's also good to know that you're covered. Anacortes has its own fire department and EMT services, and you're close to top tier care always at Island Hospital, which is right in town. Island Hospital actually ranks in the top 9% of hospitals nationwide, and it has a level 3 trauma facility and a brand new helicopter landing pad for emergencies that require medevac services to bigger trauma hospitals like Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. There's also 24/7 police coverage here, and there are coordinated services with Skagit County for larger scale emergencies. And for families with pets, not only do we have a plethora of awesome veterinarians here in town, but there's a 24-hour emergency veterinary hospital just 25 minutes away that's open 365 days a year, come rain or shine. So when it comes to peace of mind, from health to public safety, Anacortes checks a lot of boxes. So, is Anacortes safe? Well, the numbers say yes. Over the past 5 years, Anacortes actually has experienced a decline in both violent and property crimes. But more important even than the numbers is the community says, yes, this is a safe place to live. This is a town where people know their neighbors, they let their kids ride bikes through the neighborhoods, and they walk their dogs at sunset without a second thought. If you're thinking about making a move to Anacortes, we are here to help you find not just the right house, but the right fit for your lifestyle. Now be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a new video about life in Anacortes and the North Puget Sound. And if you're planning on buying or selling a home in the North Puget Sound, we would love to work with you. My contact information is below, and I would be honored to help you make your next move with confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Keep exploring, and I will see you in the next video.